Hello my beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lilian Tahmasian. Hope you're all having a beautiful, incredible day so far. So this morning I woke up and I was like, I want to talk to my audience members and my followers just the same way that I did back in 2009. Turn on the camera and just talk. Whatever comes out of my mouth, I just want to talk to you beauties. I miss you guys. I feel like I haven't sat in front of the camera and just spoken in such a long time. And today was the day. How's your day going? Firstly, let me know in the comments below. Now, I get asked so many questions about motivation, inspiration, what inspires me, how I stay driven and motivated and things like that. And one of the main questions is if someone wants to do something but they're not sure of what they're passionate about, how do they even get started? This video is going to include everything from little exercises to tips and tricks on how you can find your passion and start, whether it's your side hustle or a change in your career. Why not? I feel like this is a perfect time to brainstorm, get everything organized and in order right in time for 2025. The fact that I'm even saying 2025 is mind-boggling, but the new year is here nearly. So we have a little bit of time to get things in order, to get started. But I like to say you can start at any time. So let's jump into the video. But before we jump into the video, I want to say a massive thank you to our lovely sponsors, Wayfair. I'm going to be showing a little sponsored clip. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to check out the link in the description below. Let's go. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Before we jump into this video, I want to say a massive thank you to Wayfair for sponsoring this video. This is such an exciting video for me because I absolutely adore Wayfair. Today we're going to be styling their armchair, which I'm so excited about. We moved in recently and so far we have a little bit of furniture from Wayfair, but we're going to add to it. I'm going to be designing and decorating, styling this corner over here. So let's get styling and I can't wait to show you guys what we have in mind. The room is quite neutral. We have a lot of cream tones, brown tones and whites. So this chair will fit perfectly with a little pop of color. I'm going to be linking everything in the description below. So don't forget to check out the exact chair that we are using to style this little corner. But let's get into it. Bye. The little corner that we styled. I absolutely love it. This chair is so comfortable, by the way. It's like you're sitting on a cloud. It's extremely comfortable and I love how my feet are dangling, but I definitely love the way that it turned out. I think this gives it like a nice green touch. This is very warm and inviting. The chair, because we have a lot of cream tones, as I mentioned, so this is nice and comforting, adds a pop of color. We also added these lamps earlier today, bedside tables, and it's just a complete nice warm cozy feeling and quite inviting. So thank you so much to Wayfair for sponsoring this video. Do not forget to check out the link in the description. I hope you guys liked it. Definitely go check out their website because I'm just like shocked at the quality, their customer service, how quick this got delivered, and just everything about it. It was quite easy to assemble as well. If it wasn't for my mum, it wouldn't be assembled, but thank you so much to mum for assembling it. Thank you so much to Wayfair. Definitely check out the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video for more videos like this, and let's get into the video. Bye! Welcome back. It's of course extremely important to have purpose and passion in whatever life you are leading. Even if it's something that you somewhat are passionate about, it's really important to explore that idea and how it's going to get you to your dreams from your reality. Throughout the 15, nearly 16 years, which is insane, of me doing what I do, a lot of people ask me, where does the passion come from? How do I know what I want to do? I'm confused, and that's completely normal. I feel like, especially in this day and age with social media, we can get, just overwhelmed with content and ideas, and you see someone's doing this and you're like, should I be doing that? Someone's doing this, you're like, what if I need to do that? It can get very overwhelming and extremely confusing, but it is very important to live a life that has purpose. And it's very important for that purpose to be aligned with your true passion. Because the second you are truly not, from the core of yourself, passionate about something, it's going to turn into an ick, it's going to turn into a disaster, it's going to turn into something that you have to get done just to get done. You truly do need to be aligned. Your passion and your drive need to be aligned. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time, and that's completely okay. Even with me, I was a bit confused when I first began. I was like, what if this doesn't work? And that's completely fine. But once you start and you align the two, your vision is going to be clear as day. My goal has always been to tell my audience members to write down everything. It's not about keeping it in or one day this and one day. Let's write things down, put it to paper. So there's a few questions that I haven't asked myself 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, for me to understand what I want in life and what I'm passionate about. So you need to understand and evaluate what your goals are and what your core values are, more importantly. You need to ask yourself, if it wasn't for anything else, what matters to you in life? This can be money, this can be family, this can be a great partner, this can be a specific business, a specific mindset, a specific lifestyle, whatever that is, big or small. You can truly be honest with yourself, because you don't have to share this with anyone else. What matters to you most in life, and write that down. So you need to definitely identify your passion. What is going to excite you? What's going to get you up and going in the morning? Let's write these down. If you could do anything in the world, what would that be? This is one of my favorites, because I see a lot of people come to me and they're like, I'm so shy. I need to, do certain things, but I would rather crawl in a hole and just never come out. So you definitely need to understand what's your skill set? What are you good at? Some people are great public speakers. Some people are great at, helping others, and they have a certain type of personality. Whatever it is, you can change it. Obviously, if you're shy, you can become the most public person if you train yourself, and it takes, years, and it takes training and it takes experience, but you can get there. The point is to understand what you're good at and milk that part of it until everything else aligns. Once you identify what excites you and what you're passionate about, it's really important to put yourself out there in the sense of getting out of your comfort zone. I remember when I first moved in, I had to go to acting class, and it was like my first time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm generally going to do something by myself. When I tell you I was about to throw up, I'm not even joking, you guys. I've never prayed to get out of a class so quickly before, when they called my name to jump on stage and perform a monologue, like randomly, sporadically. It was like improv. And that class for the next 4 years completely pushed me out of my comfort zone. I was so uncomfortable, you guys, so uncomfortable. When they asked me to redo a scene from when Harry met Sally, that scene, because that was going to give us, that push out of our comfort zone that we needed, because we were all so shy. It was like one of our first classes. You guys, that was, it was definitely a day. And to this day, I don't forget about it. But when I look back now, I laugh. It definitely did push me out of my comfort zone. I met people I would have never met before. I met my lovely teacher, Miss Shannon, and it was just an experience that I would never forget. So definitely push yourself out, whether it's a class, it can be a workout class, it can be an art class, it can be a seminar, it can be a marketing class, a business class, whatever it is, sign up. What are you waiting for? If not now, when? I always say that, and I truly do think that if you put yourself out there, it takes one connection, it takes one, networking opportunity, it takes one day, an hour your life can change. One connection. This is definitely one of my favorite ones. I always suggest, if there's someone that you aspire or look up to, why don't you have them as a mentor? If they are reachable and you can email them and connect with them somehow, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, do that. You never know. They might answer, they might not. How is that going to hurt you if they don't? That's fine. But shoot your shot. You never know. I always say, if there's someone that you can learn from, shadow them. Why don't you shadow them? Why don't you intern at their place? And why don't you interview them? You never know where that's going to lead you. And it takes one connection, as I mentioned. And I think it's so important. I remember even when we flew to Miami to meet Patrick Bet-David, it was one day, but that one day I do feel like it changed my life, my mentality, the way I work. If you see someone that, that like lovely and that sweet, that humble, but that driven and motivated, you're like, oh wow, That's what it takes to get from point A to B. That's where I need to be. And it was just like a look from a different type of lens when we were there physically. And it was quite inspiring just to see that rush and that organization, and every hour was set and organized and just ready to go. I was like, okay, that's how it's done. And it was truly inspiring. So I do think if there's anyone big or small that you can look up to, connect with them, why not? So I think it's so important now that you have your passion and your mentor and you're inspired, you need to turn your passion into your purpose. This and this correlate, and you need to make sure you go from one end to the other. Once you find your passion, get to your purpose. And then what? What's next? This goes to the question of what kind of life do you envision for yourself? Once you have that answer, live that life. Obviously not to that grand scale, but somewhat if you envision yourself being a manager, if you envision yourself being a CEO, what would a CEO do? They would connect, they would network, they would make sure that their life has purpose. They would make sure that they have checked all boxes until they can move on to the next level. Have you connected with certain people? Have you done your research? Have you met as many people as you can in that industry? It's so important to make sure all grounds have been looked at, you know what I mean, have been taken care of. And it's one thing to say it, but I think this is where people check out most of the time, is when they don't actually do whatever they plan to do. You can write it down. You can tell people, have you started? Did you do it? So this is very important to keep in mind. It's great to talk about things. That's lovely. Everyone has goals and dreams. Everyone says a lot of things in their head or a lot of things to their friends. Have you done it? What are the steps that you've taken? Make sure you ask yourself that. This goes into the next point, which is to set clear goals and achievable steps in order to get from point A to B. Great, you want to do this? What's your step? Email the person. Did you email them? Follow up. After 3 days when you email anyone, follow up with them. You're not going to sound needy. You're not going to be too pushy. It's completely the norm. Hi, hope you're well. Did you receive my last email? I look forward to hearing from you. That's it. And then once you get, for example, that internship, that meeting, make sure whatever it is that you've received from that person or that internship or that meeting, whatever it is, follow through with those steps. A lot of people do help and give out information, and it's on you to make sure you take that information and do something with it. And the last thing I would say to build a life full of purpose and fulfillment will be to surround yourself with like-minded people. You can be the most charismatic, driven, inspired person. You're so driven, you're incredibly positive. But if one person around you is like, oh, you can never do that. Oh my gosh, you dream too big, or that's never going to happen to you, or be realistic, or that dream's too big. Let's start small. Delete. Block and delete. You don't need that in your life. And they are coming from a place of clearly they've gone through something. I feel like a lot of people, they're doing a whole lot of projecting, and that is not something that we need. It's important to protect yourself and your goals and your dreams, and people that project, that's completely fine, but that's because they have not reached their goals in life. 100% of the time, if you look at someone trying to bring you down and trying to steer you away from your grand dreams and your grand goals in life, 100% of the time they are lower than you, trying to pull and bring you down. No one above you is going to lower you. No one above you, no one more successful than you is going to be like, you are never going to do that. They're going to be like, good on you, you should. Why not? But have a try. I hope you do some of these little exercises and tricks, and let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll be so happy to hear from you. And I truly have told my audiences since 2009 that if no one else believes in you, I do. So this is your time. Start now. This is your sign. Let me know how you go. I would love to hear what your updates are. What are you guys up to? What are your goals and dreams in the comments below? I adore you guys. Don't forget to check out the link in the description below. Until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel, thumbs up this video, and leave your comments below. I adore you guys so much. Until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye.